Smart Chiropractor Show. It is March 29th, 2022. We're at the end of March, and this is our final Mindset Mentor segment for the month of March. You can count on us being back in April. But today we're going to discuss, do you think like a chiropractor or creator? This is a big topic. I want to repeat that title one more time. Do you think like a chiropractor or a creator? Jason, for all the docs out there watching, what do they need to know about why this question is so critically important to all of their marketing and communication?
It is really one of those sort of essential basic questions that we have to start asking ourselves as chiropractors. Sometimes you might have felt the push and pull between, am I a chiropractor or am I a marketer, right? There's so many chiropractors that spend more time focused on marketing their practice than they do being a chiropractor, that sometimes you wonder, which hat am I wearing and which hat am I wearing more often? And how do I identify as myself? And I read a book many, many years ago called The E-Myth. That was one of the most important books I ever read in terms of understanding the structure of how to think about a small business, especially as a service professional. It's The E-Myth, the entrepreneurial myth. And it's a great book, highly recommend it. But in short, what they recommend or what they teach in the book is that there's really three hats that a person wears when they're running a small business. And those three hats, I'm summarizing quickly, are the technician, which is, what you are as a chiropractor, what we are. We provide a technical skill that you have to know your technical, technique, I guess is probably the easiest way to say it, in order to provide the service. But that's one of three different hats that are necessary when running a successful business. The second hat is the manager. So you got the technician, you got the manager, and the third hat is the entrepreneur or the promoter in some cases, the person who's thinking about growing. And there's always tension between those three hats. Well, in today's world, the new term that you're going to see more and more, the wealthy of today are known as creators. Now, you may have heard the term influencer, right? They're influencers, but they only become influencers if they've started off self-identifying as a creator. And a creator specifically means a content creator. And so my question for you this week in the mindset segment is, how are you thinking? Now, if you've watched our show over and over again, hopefully you will, and you tune in every Tuesday to tune up your practice and your life, you will know that the idea we're trying to get across is that it's different to do deep discount advertising to get people in for their reasons versus teaching and inviting consistently what you do, why you do it, and most importantly, the benefit people can experience by working with you. And what I want to bring to light is that this is really a mindset shift first. It's a mindset shift first. Are you able? Are you interested? Are you thinking in terms of, is my job to sell chiropractic services to those people looking for a chiropractor, which is the way most chiropractors think. That's most chiropractors' current mindset. I'm a chiropractor, and I got to find people who are looking for chiropractic care. And that's why the things you do with that mindset are to find out who's searching for a chiropractor, give them some sort of deep discount, and have them come into your practice. That is one current mindset, and there's nothing wrong with it, except that sometimes you find yourself in this self-fulfilling prophecy of people coming to your practice wanting one thing, when in reality and in your heart, you really feel you're offering something different. We say that you've got to get them in for pain only to then convert them to want something else, longer term care, lifestyle care, wellness or maintenance care, whatever words you use to describe it. So what technology does for us, what creators do that become influencers, is that they follow our teach and invite consistently format. That's TIC, tick. So you remember, teach and invite consistently. And if you agree with the mindset of teaching people about themselves, about their body, about their conditions, about their concerns, about how health works and how health happens, then you'll probably find out pretty quickly that saying, hi, I'm a chiropractor who provides chiropractic services and will take your chiropractic benefits if you have them, does not open that conversation. And I want to bring to light, many of you, if you've been watching, I've been following Dr. Joe Dispenza. I'm going through his program now. We've been interviewing a lot of different chiropractors who think of themselves as creators, who are actually teaching more and more people about them versus about chiropractic first. Let me give you some examples. So I'll give Dr. Joe Dispenza, to me, is right now the leading expert on doing what it is I'm attempting to try to communicate with all of you. And that's, instead of saying, hi, I'm a chiropractor, I graduated from Life University, let me teach you all about how the brain works and what's possible for your life, most people would shut down their ears, shut down their mindset, because once they hear I'm a chiropractor, that immediately creates a perspective that they know who you are and they know what you do. And unfortunately, at this point in time, that doesn't really include the bigger idea or the bigger picture you probably might want them to think about. So let me give you some specific examples of how Dr. Joe Dispenza does it and how some of the other chiropractors you'll see in upcoming interviews are doing it. Dr. Dispenza refers to himself as an expert in neuroscience. He teaches people about quantum physics. He asks questions and explores the ideas of epigenetics, neurology, psychoneuroimmunology, neuroimmunology, and refers to himself as a brain function expert. Now, if you ask me, my chiropractic education, along with the other training, reading, seminars, workshops, etc., I've been through, and you probably have too, you probably know these different topics very well as well. And the shift I'm inviting people to ask themselves, to consider, is how do you self-identify? And what outcomes, what results do you think occur as your way of thinking about what it is that you do? Again, I've already explained the sort of, I'm a chiropractor, I provide chiropractic services. Hey, do you want to learn about long-term health? Doesn't really make sense to most people. But in today's world, especially with so many mental health concerns, with so many immunity or immunology concerns, right? So many people concerned about their immunity and their immune systems, people are listening for help. But when we rush in and go, hi, I'm a chiropractor, that might not keep their eyes, ears, and minds open long enough for you to have the opportunity to teach and invite them what it is you really want them to know. So I invite all of you to start exploring, maybe even reverse engineering. There's a certain series of questions you can be asking yourself, because one of my closest friends who's a marketing expert has always taught me that marketing, communication, is a listener's phenomenon. And what that means is that I could, or you could, intend to say something, but ultimately what matters is, what did the listener hear? What did the listener hear? And if the listener heard, oh, you're a chiropractor, well, I'll come to you if my neck or back hurts, but I know you have nothing to do with all these other parts of my life that I'm really interested in learning about, then you're not really necessarily connecting with the listener to engage them to want to learn more from you. When the fact is, you probably have a lot to teach them about these different topics. And the fact is, there's probably nobody else who's teaching these topics in a way that aligns with what we'll probably call the truth and what it is that you really know to be the case. So in wrapping up, my hope for you, my encouragement for you, and maybe even my request is, what do you most want people to learn from you? What topics, okay? Is it just all I want them to learn is about what a subluxation is and what chiropractic care is? It's an option. If that's the key, that's one thing, that's an answer. Write it down below. Give us some comments. Give us your feedback. Let's get some conversation going in some of these shows and some of these episodes specifically. I am not, let me be hyper clear, I am not saying to hide or not be proud of what you do. What I am saying is that when you introduce yourself with a term like chiropractor, then you are immediately giving people something to focus on as who you are and what you do. And most people are prejudiced. They have prejudgments about the word and term chiropractor. That's just the unfortunate reality. So if you want to try something different, let's reverse engineer what your goal is. What do you want people to learn from you this month, next month, the month after that? Do you want them to learn about brain health? Do you want to learn about the new definition of what health really is? Do you want to teach them about their immunity and how it works, about how their mindset matters when it comes to their health and well-being? What do you want people to know? And how do you share your expertise and training? If you're a chiropractor, you are an expert in neuroscience, right? If you are a chiropractor, you're an expert in brain function. But most people don't translate those terms to mean what we think they mean. This is our opportunity. So when you get into creating content, what do my people need to know and want to know to want my services in the long run? I'm encouraging you to think like a creator. Creators are creative. And I think that's really the message for us this week, is to start being creative in your communication style. That we've just leaned on the training wheels of what we've been taught that worked years ago when people had chiropractic insurance or health insurance that covered chiropractic care, because then you could afford to get them in for their pain, accept their insurance, which was usually pretty good at the time, and over time then teach them. But in today's world, that model doesn't work any longer. They have high deductibles, high copays. People need to know what you do before they come to see you. And there's too many chiropractors I know that are getting lots of patients, new patients, but most of them don't stick around for the good part, the good stuff that you really want to offer them, because you attracted them in for something they thought was different than what it is that you're really offering. So consider thinking like a creator, like a creative. Leave some comments down below about what it is you really wish your people knew in your community. What do you want to teach them? And what topics do you think you're going to teach and invite consistently so people have a new perspective of what it is that you really do? Jeff, we've been watching creators in all types of segments, all types of categories. We study them, we learn from them, we watch them, we model from them. Joe Rogan is a creator. There's many others. What are your thoughts, Jeff? What do people need to know?
This is a fantastic topic, Jason. I think you did a really good job breaking it down for everybody listening and watching. Really, the goal is to connect with people. This drives to the core of what we do within the Smart Chiropractor, teach and invite consistently. And as you said, this is a listening phenomenon. So ensuring that your messaging matches what people are thinking about, what they're searching for, the questions that they have around their health, only makes your ability to impact their lives that much more powerful. I love this topic, and I know it's something that we're going to dive into even deeper on further episodes. So great topic, great synopsis. Let's keep drilling deep on it as the coming weeks pass by. And docs out there, please drop those comments down below. Let us know what you think, because it is important for us to get your feedback. Jason.
That's the story. Let us know. Are you a creator? If you are a creator, what kind of content are you creating? And if you're a Smart Chiropractor member, what kind of content would you like to see us create in next year's annual calendar? That's what we do. We're listening to you. Give us your feedback. Give us your thoughts, your hopes. What do you wish people knew about what chiropractic is? And let's work together to teach and invite them consistently over time.
Hey, if you like that video, be sure to subscribe to the Smart Chiropractor. We are posting videos on how you can market your chiropractic practice in a way that teach and invites consistently. We have found that is the magic formula to big time growth. So if you like this video, be sure to comment down below, smash that subscribe button, or visit us at thesmartchiropractor.com.